we got another lawsuit between Tony Buzbee and Jay-Z again.
PASCAL, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? Yes, you heard it right here. Tony Buzbee is suing Jay-Z again for allegedly paying a former client to sue Tony Buzbee and his law firm. Now, again, this is kind of old news, but still new news because of this lawsuit. But we already knew that Tony Buzbee's alleging that Jay-Z and his company, Roc Nation, went out of their way to start knocking down on former Buzbee law firm clients and were offering them money, basically saying, hey, if you are disgruntled by his performance or his law firm's performance, we will give you money. Yes, we will give you money to go and sue Tony Buzbee and the law firm. And what's interesting about this is not only is it just really messed up, because obviously they're trying to destroy this man's name, Tony Buzbee's name and all that, because it's all about destroying reputation, right? It's also illegal. Let's not forget that too. This whole thing is illegal. So what they're doing, what he's alleging is illegal activity. So now he's sitting here saying, nah, man, I am filing a lawsuit for show. Before, it was just statements that he was making on social media and whatnot. And now he has finally taken the plunge to file an actual lawsuit. Let's take a look at this article here. Jay-Z is being sued again by Houston-based attorney Tony Buzbee, who's accusing the rapper of paying his former clients to sue Buzbee. On January 3rd, Buzbee filed a new lawsuit in his ongoing battle against Jay-Z, according to court documents obtained by XXL. All right, and this, of course, was obtained and revealed on Wednesday. Okay, the lawsuit accuses one of the rapper's lawyers of persuading and paying Buzbee's former client, Jose Maldonado, okay, to sue Buzbee. All right. So on behalf of defendant Marcy Croft, two individuals attempted to call plaintiff Maldonado many, many times. This is what the lawsuit reads. It continues. They then went to what they believed was the plaintiff's home. They actually went to his father's home. They identified themselves as federal officers, and apparently they weren't really federal officers. They're just private eyes, that they're private investigators. And if that's true, this is also illegal, that they're acting as if they are federal agents when they're not. But moving on, when they realized that they were at the wrong house, they continued to contact plaintiff. They were pushy. Croft, who's thrown into this whole mix, being accused of trying to persuade, okay, this particular person into this particular former client into filing a lawsuit against Tony Buzbee. They have also spoken out to in a statement. All right. They say, for over 25 years, I've dedicated my career to exposing and dismantling networks of fraud and manipulation. I didn't ask to be part of this fight, but now that he's dragged me into it, he should know I'm not someone who backs down. Mr. Buzbee should be worried. Truth and justice are on my side, and I have every intention of holding him accountable. Last month, Buzbee filed a similar lawsuit against Roc Nation for alleging colluding with former clients to sue him. Buzbee, a well-known class action attorney, has filed over a dozen lawsuits on behalf of Diddy's accusers and claims that to have over 100 more people who will come forward with suits against Diddy and his associates in the future. Back in December of 2024, Buzbee filed an amended lawsuit on behalf of a woman who claims Jay-Z did these unthinkable things and Diddy at a VMA's after party, okay? Which, of course, this is kind of where everything sprung off, right? This is where all the craziness went down, okay? Now, Jay-Z's team did respond to this whole thing, to this new lawsuit, and they said, rather than focus on suits by former clients for allegations of misconduct, Tony Buzbee is trying to distract with nonsense lawsuits. which of course Rock Nation has nothing to do with. This is what the statement reads. So continuing, Buzbee will have to answer for his failure to vet his Jane Doe plaintiff while submitting her demonstrably false story to a court where he hasn't even been admitted to practice, and subjecting the world to an NBC News interview disaster. The lies on the court will not survive scrutiny. Now, here's the thing. With everything that's going on, they have basically been, I mean, from what I'm understanding and from what we've all gathered from this whole situation, Jay-Z and Tony Buzbee have been playing dirty. They've just basically been playing dirty against each other. Now, the thing is, in my personal opinion, if it's true that Tony Buzbee is not admitted to be practicing law in the specific state in which this lawsuit is being filed, the state of New York, then yeah, that's a big problem, right? That's a very big problem, and hopefully Tony Buzbee is handling that situation or has proof that he's admitted to, he has admission to practice and fight for this Jane Doe in the state of New York. But I don't know. Obviously, that's still up in the air. But what's interesting about this, and I think that's very concerning to me, is that instead, and they even said it, Jay-Z's team even said it, instead of both of them not focusing on the lawsuits that they're looking at right now, they're focused at going at each other. It's all about trying to destroy each other's name and reputation rather than actually like Jay-Z worrying about his actual day in court, if there is one, in regards to this Jane Doe that's claiming that he did some terrible crimes with Diddy at a VMAs after party in 2000. I feel like that is a very important piece. Same thing with Tony Buzbee. The concern, I feel like, has completely, the focus has gotten completely out of whack. It's been completely unfocused. And now they're focusing on trying to destroy each other. And I ask this, what at the end of the day is this going to do? Because at the end of it all, if they actually do go into a courtroom, will they fully be prepared if they're constantly just going after each other all day long? In fact, that's the same question I asked for Tony Buzbee, right? Sure, expose and show proof if there is laws being broken here and Jay-Z is actually doing this, for sure. But then there's another part of me that's like, what about the 100+ people that you're representing, man? What about them? What about all their pursuit for justice? Shouldn't we be focusing on that as well? Just saying. Now, of course, if you got smoking gun evidence, by all means, expose that, show that, okay? Put it all out there for all of us to see. Please and thank you. But at the same time, if you're losing sight on the main goal here, it might be time to kind of regroup and refocus, because that's what matters the most right now. Just my personal opinion, but pretty interesting allegations that are being said out here. And not only was it Rock Nation, now it's on Jay-Z now too, which is also very interesting as well. But what say you guys? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. And we'll be talking soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Talk to you guys soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.